Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. I think I've got a squeaky AC belt, and I've got a new one on the left. That's a Bando belt, B-A-N-D-O. On the right, if you see like a little splotchy, shiny spot every 4 or 5 inches, and then it's not shiny, and it's shiny, and then it's not shiny, and it's shiny. I think that's what's causing my squeak. I sprayed a little water solution on there, and the squeak went away when I put the water on there. And that's usually a test to find out if your belt is squeaking. So I'm going to try and change out that belt with this new Bando belt and see if the squeak goes away. Now, I already pulled off the main serpentine belt. If you don't know how to do that, I'll give you a brief description. Let me get my light. This is the tensioner for the main belt on the passenger side of the car, of the engine. And what I did is I took a 15mm bar. Here's the bar, a breaker bar and a 15mm, and just pushed it that way. And that takes the tension off, and the belt will almost literally fall down. See there? You don't have to take the driver's side of it off to get at the AC belt. You just have to get the big belt off of the crank pulley. Once you get it off of the crank pulley, then the other belt goes in back. Let's see if I can give you the shot. There, you see to the left of the screen there's a smaller grooved portion of the crank pulley. That's for the AC belt. The one in the front is for the drive belt. So once you get the main belt off, then the AC belt can sneak around there. So that's where it's going to go. I'm going to put it back on there, the new one. The tensioner is this top, right there. It's the top tensioner. It works the same way. You just put the 15mm socket on there and you lean in towards the center of the engine, and it gives you some slack in the AC belt. So I'm going to need 2 hands to do this. I'll give you a shot when it's done, and we'll see if this new AC belt makes the squeak go away. I've got the AC belt all the way around the crank pulley, and it's also around the AC pulley. Now, I forget if I said it was the upper or the lower. It's the lower tensioner. There's the 2 of them. It's the lower one that moves to create tension. The other one is just a pulley that moves the position of the belt a little bit. So now I've got to get my socket on the end of that lower pulley, so I can move it, and I've got to get the belt. The belt has to go over there first and then the socket, because I can't get the belt past the socket and the breaker bar that's on the socket. I can't get it past there. So the belt has to go on first, then move the pulley, then the belt pops up onto the pulley. So let me try that. What I suggest is when you get the belt on this far, it's wrapped around everything correctly except the tensioner pulley. Just pull on it a little bit. Just move the belt and make sure it moves smoothly, and make sure you've got it all in the correct grooves. Otherwise, once you start up the engine, you'll throw the belt. So you've got to be really sure that especially that it's around that the harmonic balancer, also called the crank pulley. Okay, so I just did that. I pulled it. It pulled smooth all the way around. So now I'm going to get that belt up over the tensioner, and then I'm going to hook it on the tensioner. Okay, here's Froggy's trick. Here's what I want you to do. You're going to get the AC belt routed all the way around except that bottom pulley. You have to put it in the correct routing. It goes underneath the top pulley and over the bottom pulley, but you can't get it over the bottom pulley until you move that bottom pulley. It's the tensioner pulley. So here's what you do. You take a standard 15mm socket. You can see it there, shining at you, shine. That's a standard 15mm socket. You take that in your right hand, and with your left hand you pry with a big screwdriver or a pry bar. You pry the pulley just enough so that you can lift the belt up over the socket. The belt is now resting on top of the socket, but I don't have my my wrench on the socket yet. So the belt is going to go up when I move that tensioner pulley, but right now it's in like a ready position. It's getting ready to go over there, and I did that with my right hand on the belt and on the socket at the same time, manipulating them, and my left hand was prying. Just get down there with a big screwdriver or something and pry a little bit on the tensioner pulley. You don't have to pry a lot. Now this should work. If you know a better way, please put it in the comments. I'd love to know a better way to do it, but this is the way I came up with. Now I'm going to put my socket on my socket wrench on there and move the tensioner pulley the rest of the way and flip the belt up onto it. Okay? Froggy's going to have to get that AC belt from underneath. I don't have enough room to swing a wrench to get the tensioner into the full loose position, if you know what I mean. So I think I can do it from underneath. Sorry, the lighting's going to be bad. It's nighttime, so I apologize for the lighting. I'll bring a light underneath and show you how I do it. Okay. Wow, that was a PITA. Anyway, here's what I did. I took the belt and taped it right there. I taped it to the harmonic balancer, and then I also taped it to the AC pulley. And that way, because I was having a problem with it popping off of those two locations, and when it pops off those two locations, it gets shorter. And when it gets shorter, it won't go over the adjuster pulley. So I taped them so that they'd stay where they're supposed to stay. And then I got it hooked over the top pulley. Well, it goes under the top pulley if you're standing up looking down at the car. And it goes over the bottom pulley if you're standing up looking down at the car. So under the top, over the bottom. Then I put the belt, how can I explain this? I put the belt on the side of the wrench so that when I turned the wrench and loosened up the adjuster, the belt could pop up over the top. In other words, you don't want the belt there on that side of the wrench. You want the belt on there on the other side of the wrench. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And then pulled the wrench and made the adjuster as loose as it would be, with as much slack as it would be. Excuse me, gonna cough. Froggy sick. And then it literally just pops over the top of that adjuster, and there's just barely enough room, but it pops over the top of the adjuster. Now it's installed correctly. So now I'm going to do the other belt, which is much easier than this AC belt, and then I'm going to turn the car on and see if my squeak is gone. There's the tape that I put on the AC pulley. I'm going to take it off now. Remember to take all your pieces of tape off. I should have remembered. I think I did this once before, and I did it from the bottom side. getting it from the bottom side, even though as hard as it is, it's easier than getting it from the top side. I don't think I ever got it from the top side. You get your main belt all lined up. It comes under the water pump, over the alternator, under the power steering fluid, over the idler, and then wraps down under the harmonic balancer. Goes the other side. Comes out from under the harmonic balancer and wraps around this tensioner here. You're going to take the 15mm on the tensioner, and that'll give you enough slack. If you've got it all in the right grooves, it'll give you enough slack to hook it on. I need 2 hands. There you go, squeak's gone. I hear a little jingle. I don't know what that little jingle is, but it's not a squeak like I had before. And sometimes you can get a little bit over OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. You just get a little bit too crazy about motor noises. This sounds pretty good. So, what we learned? We learned that even a belt that looks good, I mean that belt looks good, except the telltale marks on this belt were those little splotchy things that I showed you. Now it's dark. I think I gave you a shot of them when I held it next to the new belt. And those little splotchy marks are what was causing the squeak. So we've done all the pulleys and tensioners, the pulleys on the tensioners. We did not replace the tensioners because both of the tensioners were okay. And we replaced the AC belt. The main drive belt is okay. And that's about it. That's about all Froggy's got. I'm beat. I'm sick. I'm going to call it a night. If this helps you out, give me a thumbs up. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. See you later, guys and gals. Bye-bye.